DreamWorks is pulling a Disney with their latest project. Miles Morales is getting an overhaul after Spider-Verse, and the Flash director has a controversial decision for a potential sequel. All this and more coming up on the weekly slate. First up, in film news, it seems that DreamWorks is taking a page from their arch rivals at Disney and are a go for making How to Train Your Dragon in live action. The first real steps have begun as we now have casting choices for the two main leads, Hiccup and Astrid, soon to be played by Mason Thames and Nico Parker. These two are rising stars in their own right, with Mason Thames starring in the Universal horror hit The Black Phone and Nico Parker of The Last of Us fame. Hopefully they can bring fresh perspective to these iconic characters. How to Train Your Dragon is DreamWorks' hit animated movie series, and a release date for the live-action remake is still to be decided. In video game news, a trailer released this week for a new title in a long-beloved series that promises, no matter how hard, how fast, how far you run, your past will catch up to you. We are, of course, talking about the trailer for Silent Hill Ascension. The new game will bring the series back from the dead, being the first title in about a decade, but it might not be what people would expect. The new quote-unquote game will actually be an interactive series that is streamed around the globe, with viewers ultimately deciding on the outcome of the plot and the fates of the characters. Basically, think of it like a giant telltale game or Until Dawn that is decided by everyone watching. The experience is being crafted by a number of studios including Genvid Entertainment and Bad Robot Games. There isn't much information currently available, but there is a trailer to view online. The trailer shows a number of characters battling both personal and physical demons. The creatures look absolutely horrifying and pulled from only the nightmares of the darkest minds. Viewers are promised the characters will face redemption, suffering, or damnation. The fate is in your hands when Silent Hill Ascension starts streaming in late 2023 on Ascension.com. In television news, Lost was one of the biggest TV shows of the early 2000s, with several seasons of thrilling TV and mystery that had fans glued to their TV screens. However, it would seem that the making of this hit TV show had a lot of drama behind the scenes. In a recent tell-all book, Burn It Down, Maureen Ryan goes into the more controversial side of Hollywood. One chapter is dedicated to the making of Lost and the toxic atmosphere created by the leadership of the series. Both showrunners Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse were interviewed for this book, along with several other writers who give detailed stories of their leadership of the show and how it affected the workplace. The book Burn It Down is expected to come out June 6th of this year, with more detailed accounts of other toxic environments scattered throughout Hollywood. In Marvel news, Sony is promising an exciting future for their Spider-Man movies. While the producers have their focus on across and beyond the Spider-Verse at the moment, they teased 3 very exciting projects to follow. At the moment, the next Sony Spider-Man movie set to have a live-action release is Kraven the Hunter, but fans will be excited to hear that a live-action Spider-Woman and a live-action Miles Morales movie are next. Fans have been clamouring for Miles to have his own outing for years, and the success of Spider-Verse has made the next step a no-brainer for the company. They remained rather coy when discussing the topic, simply stating that it's all going to happen. In the same conversation on the red carpet, it was confirmed that talks are also underway for Tom Holland's 4th Spider-Man film in the MCU, which Holland confirmed this week has been put on pause because of the writers' strike. Which project are you most excited for? Which character do you want to see get the live-action treatment next? Let us know down in the comments. In DC news, director Andy Muschietti dropped a bombshell this week in regard to the future of the Scarlet Speedster. The Flash is gearing up for a release next week, so Muschietti has been hitting the press circuits. He's been steadily gaining headlines for his recent confirmation of Nick Cage playing Superman in the film, and now for stating that he would not recast Ezra Miller in a potential sequel. When asked whether or not he would keep Miller in the future, the director said, "If a sequel happens, yes. I don't think there's anyone that can play the character as well as they did. The other depictions of the character are great, but this particular vision of the character, they just excelled in doing it. The two Barrys. It feels like the character was made for them." Miller has been in and out of the news for quite some time now after many videos and accused crimes put them in the spotlight. The actor met with the new Warner Brothers leadership a few months back to discuss the future of his role as the character, which resulted in the studio deciding to continue with the release of their movie. While they may have been satisfied with that meeting, Gunn and Safran have taken over DC Media since then. With the rebooted DCU looming, it's been made well known that no role is safe in recasting. Both CEOs have expressed their love for The Flash, but Miller's baggage may be too much to survive the reboot. What do you think? Should Miller be recast? If so, who would you like to see take up the role? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe to stay up to date with Culture Slate content. You can also join our public Discord where we discuss Star Wars, Marvel, and all things pop culture. Thank you for watching and be sure to tune in every week to stay cultured with the Weekly Slate.